G'day everybody, it's Master Yoda. I hope you guys are all doing well. The title of today's video is Navigating the Workplace as an Inkwell. And I must thank, I think he's one of my subs. He goes by the name of @Tisserond28 for this topic suggestion. Thanks very much for that. I do appreciate it. Yeah, that's a great topic to discuss. Look, I'll just tell you my own experience. At the moment, I'm not working. I'm a full-time carer for my elderly mother, and I've been doing that for more than 10 years. So I've been out of the corporate world for a long time. But back when I was working in the corporate world, a lot of this Me Too, false allegations stuff, it didn't go on. It wasn't as prevalent as it is today. For just over 6 years, I worked in the admin area of a life insurance and superannuation company. Sorry for those of you outside of Australia. Superannuation is what we call our pension fund in Australia. In the US, I think you call it your 401k. And what was very unique about this place, there were a lot of inter-office relationships and marriages. I think off the top of my head, I know of 5 of my colleagues who met their marriage partners there. So back then you could ask a woman out, and she wouldn't run off to HR and report you and stuff like that, because as I said, this Me Too, false allegations, reporting people to HR stuff that didn't happen. So but these days, you've got to be so careful. I've read of many reports of men who work in the corporate world or any corporate environment. All they did was they complimented a particular lady on a dress. So g'day Sally, that's a nice dress you got on there. But because Sally didn't like the look of the guy that gave her the compliment, even though the guy didn't mean anything sexual by it, she runs off to HR, and poor bloke gets into trouble, and he gets pulled into the office and warned not to do that again, otherwise he could lose his job. And all he did was just complimented on this woman on a dress. But I think the reason why she reported this guy is because she didn't like the look of the guy who gave the compliment. He was probably an average or below average looking guy. Had it been a Chad that gave her the compliment, well, she wouldn't have run off and complained to HR. So yeah, if you are, for you guys out there that do work in the corporate world or any workplace for that matter, you need to be very careful how you interact with women. Look, I mean, even if you think one of your female co-workers has a nice dress or she looks nice, just don't say it. Don't sexually harass them. Don't ask them out for dates unless they give you choosing signals, of course. But I think it's best to play it safe. And when you interact with women, particularly in the workplace, be extremely careful. Because if she doesn't like the look of you, and even if you don't do anything wrong, she could report you to HR, where you could potentially lose your job. Because as I said before, I've read of many reports of men. They gave a genuine compliment to one of their female co-workers. The female co-worker didn't like the look of the guy that gave her the compliment and reported the guy to HR, where he got into trouble. Yeah, so if you guys are, you work in the corporate world or any workplace for that matter, do not do that. Do not compliment a woman on a thing or on a dress sense or looks. Just when you interact with your female colleagues, just keep it professional and business only. Don't mention anything about dating or relationships, and don't try and run any PUA game on them or anything like that. Just don't do it, guys. Just play it safe. When you deal with female colleagues, just keep it purely business and professional. I remember I read a thing about when President Trump, in his first term, his deputy, I think his name was Mike Pence, he had a rule, and he did this to protect his ass against any false allegations. What he would do is, if he had a meeting with a woman, it would be supervised by other people. So if said woman tried to accuse Mike Pence of something, at least you'd have witnesses who could back him up. And it's just got that crazy now. I mean, this believable woman nonsense is just ridiculous. I mean, if a woman files a charge of a false charge of, say, DV, domestic violence or rape against you, it's basically, as a man, you're basically guilty until proven innocent. It's crazy. Normally, most criminal things, there's a presumption of innocence until guilt is proven, but not when it comes to women accusing men of either domestic violence or rape. Believable women. So, yeah. So, bottom line is, if to navigate the workplace, any interactions you have with any of your female colleagues, just keep it professional and business only. Anyway, guys, I think that's all I've got to say on the topic. If you'd like to leave your likes, comments, subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon. You guys have a great day. Bye for now.